What's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna make this video today something a little different, and it's whether or not you decide you want to chase storms or not. So reason that I bring this up is, of course, we're the Trailblazer. We just got a bunch of work done to it here recently, and today is Saturday. Coming up on Tuesday, there's going to be a big severe weather outbreak, tornadoes, straight line winds, all sorts of stuff. Down Louisiana, Mississippi, down that way. Here, at least I'll put the map up here right now. And as you can see, we're still like 3-4 days away from it, and there's a 30% risk factor already. So come Sunday, Monday, they're probably going to up that here, exponentially. So unfortunately, I'm going to sit this one out, and here's why. And maybe you can use these same factors into consideration if you decide you want to storm chase or not. But reason number one is it's down in, I guess it's called Dixie Alley. So that Louisiana, Arkansas, it's Dixie Alley. We were down there earlier in the year, down by Shreveport, and beautiful country, but chasing down there is kind of a pain. There's a lot of trees, a lot of terrain, hard to navigate through the roads when you're trying not to hit anything. They're kind of tighter roads. So the same thing goes for here and can be said for the UP. There's lots of trees, as you guys see, tighter roads, whatnot. I don't know the road network, so that's number one, which that's not even really that big, because today's day and age with any of these GPS software systems on our phone, it's easy to navigate to anywhere. But mainly just the terrain. I don't want to go chase in a bunch of trees where you can't see what's coming at you. I want to get out and experience a severe thunderstorm, tornado, something huge down in like Oklahoma, where it's the plains, or Kansas or something like that. Not saying that there's not any trees or anything around there, just the open space, the prairie. I want to go see these tornadoes out that way. Second thing I'm taking into consideration is the time of the year. We are into November, and late November actually, just past Thanksgiving, and sunlight. It doesn't really last that long. Right now it's 3:49, and the sun's going to set here in about 2 hours. So we're going to lose light here in Michigan in about 2 hours. So that doesn't really leave a whole lot of time to go chasing storms. So that puts it into a risk factor of chasing at night, in the dark. Combat with the road network, not being familiar with it, you're going to probably have some blunders, some bloopers. That's kind of one of the other reasons. So the next reason I would say is, for my target area where I would target that, it's 1,100 miles one way for me. So that's, according to the Google machine, that's a drive time of like 17 and a half hours just to get there. So I would basically have to leave late Sunday night or super early Monday morning just to get there, get rested, and get in position for Tuesday. That's kind of a lot of strain. That's not terrible, not unreasonable, because it's been done, but 17-hour drive is one way it's a huge thing to take on. In addition to that, that's another 1,100 miles having to come back. So we're already at 2,200 miles just in there and back. So as everyone knows, that the way gas prices are these days, that's a lot of miles. So 2,200 miles to get there, Boop. Trailblazer gets 16 mpgs per gallon. Boop. That's like 170 something gallons of fuel. Boop. Figure that out. Let's just say what gas is at the last gas station I just went by is $3.69 a gallon. Boop. That's gonna be just $500 and something for me just in gas to get there and back. That's not including getting all around, bombing around, going here, there, the other place. It might even be further south than that, where the target area is. You know, that's just a rough guess. And then deciding to stay in a hotel or not, I mean, that's going to be another $250. So right off the bat, we're going to be $750 into going down the storm chase again. $750 is a lot of money just to go spend it in a couple days looking at possible tornadoes. Not that I haven't done it or wanted to say that I wouldn't. It's just that's a lot of money to invest. So not only is that a lot of money to invest in gas to get there and back in hotels, but you got to figure food, which, I don't know, 4 days I can get off from, you know, go to a grocery store and bring a cooler and stock up with sandwiches, and, you know, I might be able to get through, you know, $25 to get through a couple days for meals. You know, I just bread sandwich it, you know, snacky stuff and a case of water and call it good. But, you know, that's something to take into consideration as well. And then one of the other factors I got going on is I just recently did all this work to the Trailblazer, and it hasn't quite earned my trust yet for reliabilities. A couple little things here and there I want to address, and the last thing I want to be is, you know, 1,200 miles away from home and Trailblazer breaks down. So that would, of course, eat into parts needed, possible tow, possible just abandon it down there. I don't know, but it hasn't earned my trust yet as it has earlier in the year to make that kind of a trip. So I kind of got all those factors playing against me. I really want to go storm chasing. I do, but I think my better play is to sit this one out, because the last and the final reason for that is that area, as you guys have seen in my last video from earlier in the year when we were down there, that formed a QLCS thunderstorm line, which quasi-linear, you know, science storm going on. And with them storm structures, from what I've witnessed over summer when they pop up down there, from what I noticed from that area is those QLCS storms, they're harder to predict the precise location of where there's a tornado, unless you're a really dialed in meteorologist, which I'm not. It's hard to pinpoint where these little spin up tornadoes could be. Some of them turn into log track stuff. There's been many cases of it down by Alabama, you know, down that way for the last, I don't know, 2011 I think it was. They form long track tornadoes, which it's possible, but I just don't like chasing those QLCS storms. If they're a monsoon of, you know, a big long line of thunderstorms that, you know, you're just trying to figure out where the little bubble's going to be to chase. And usually these kind of systems down in that area, that's what they are. So I don't like them. I want to go after like renegade supercells or like a cold front in the plains, like I mentioned. Yeah, picky for being what it is, but I just have too many odds stacked up against me to storm chase this one. So for that, I'm going to be sitting this one out, watching from the sidelines. I'm sure Reed Timmer is going to be out there. You know, there's going to be already a lot of storm chasers already committing to it. I see their posts on FaceSpace and all that. So he's actually mentioned he's going to go find Dominator 3 and probably try to do some intercepting. So I mean, that's kind of a carrot dangling in front of me too, because if he's going to that extreme to get, you know, Dominator 3, that's the one where he actually drives it into these tornadoes. He's maybe expecting these long track tornadoes, but I don't know. In the target area they got pinned right now, like I mentioned, thing number one is it's going to be a ton of trees, and there's some cornfields and stuff down there, but it's just not my ideal wanting to go storm chasing on my own at this one. So with that, I will wrap this video up, short, sweet. You know, just taking things that I'm taking into consideration with this particular storm system. Every chase is going to be different. Every person's going to be different. Your vehicle is going to be a huge factor in reliability, you know, funds if you got it or not. I just, at this point, I'm thinking I'm going to save my pennies, focus on springtime, get a few things buttoned up in this bad unit that I want to get done, and hopefully hit the ground running. Maybe something a little closer to Tornado Alley come springtime. So thanks everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, share this video, comment below if you have any suggestions on anything, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.